it's a beautiful tribute, not to make it about us in any way. It's just you found your own light. It's gone. Excuse me. My glasses out. How did we get here? We are just shocked.
Hello, welcome back to Chat About It, Don't Shout About It with me, Rachel, the Queen of the Woke, as crowned by one of my haters. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe to my channel. Around 95% of you don't actually subscribe. What are you doing? Hit that sub button and the notification bell so you know when I'm releasing another video. I'm trying to get to 1,300 subscribers. Wicked has made the news for a couple of reasons, and I don't know if these are the best reasons to make the news for. First of all, they've got a pretty interesting press tour going on, and then there's something else that I want to get to, which is actually to do with the UK and not actually anything to do with the cast from Wicked at all. So the Wicked cast have set out on this ginormous press tour, and it has essentially been what I would call a very blubbery mess. Now, it's nothing unusual for actors to get blubbery after they've finished a project. I've been guilty of that many a times myself. We all do it. We all like to express our emotions in that way, and that's just the way we are. However, on a press tour, this is something new. I've not personally seen anything like this before. If you have, let me know in the comments below. So make sure that you stick around for the stuff that I'm going to talk about with the UK for a little bit. But first of all, let's check out this blubbering mess that is the Wicked press tour. I've got a couple of videos saved. Let's take a look.
I'm a person, and I feel, and I have feelings, and I can share them. And if you need to cry right now, you cry. Yeah. And someone said to me once that the green was the thing that I would love the most about Alphabet, that I would want to stay green. But actually, being green, yes, I loved playing this character. But every time I took the makeup off, I loved who I was even more. So I've come away feeling really beautiful. You f***ing are. Yeah. Holy shit.
Oh my God.
You know?
Yeah.
So they're tearing up, they're getting all emotional, they're holding hands. It makes me wonder what on earth was going on in that set to actually make them react like this. Is it just the fact that they've actually been told to behave this way as part of the promotion? Get the feels in, get people to relate to you. I don't know. What do you think? Let's take a look at another video.
At the end of it, they said, you have to be good and you have to be kind to everybody.
Whoa.
And she is a good witch.
Yeah, that's the message.
You know what I mean? It's that impact.
Yeah. That's beautiful.
She
is a good witch.
If kids can feel that, then
Yeah.
So once again, all emotional. The thing is about children is that they would grasp things like this pretty quickly. So it's hardly surprising that a child actually said something like that. So you've got all the touchy, feely, crying of Cynthia Erivo and Ariana Grande. And then you have Jonathan Bailey and Jeff Goldblum.
Yeah, whatever comes my way.
I feel like these two men actually messing around and singing Bat Out of Hell would actually promote the film more than the blubbering mess that are Ariana Grande and Cynthia Erivo. The UK has become a bit of a mockery, I guess you could say, with regards to a trigger warning. So I have some shocking news for you. Recently it was my birthday and my friend bought me a ticket to go and see Wicked. So I thought I would put my differences with Cynthia Erivo aside and actually bite the bullet and go and see it. Now, you know that I judge pretty fairly anyway. I don't hold what people say against them, or I tried not to when I go and watch something. So I worked really hard on putting it aside. And the movie itself was generally very good. Wicked issues an important trigger warning in the UK. You cannot make this up. Wicked is a prequel to The Wonderful Wizard of Oz, following Elphaba's origin story as The Wicked Witch of the West. The musical is based on the stage musical of the same name, which debuted on Broadway in 2003, loosely based on Gregory Maguire's 1995 novel. Although the story already has a huge fan base for people familiar with the source material, the UK thought it was best to add a trigger warning for new fans. Yes, this is serious. A trigger warning has been added in the UK. to this film as per the regulations that they have to follow. Wicked had shows in different parts of the world, but John M. Chu's musical is the first adaptation to take it to the big screen, allowing a different audience to get acquainted with the story all across the globe. Because of this, the British Board of Film Classification has issued an unprecedented, it's not unprecedented, this is the UK we're talking about, disclaimer on its website. The adaptation tackles many mature themes, including discrimination, bullying, racism, and the new warning that comes to settle that. In the content advice, the BBFC added 2 out of 5 points for discrimination, which connects both to the racism alphabet experiences because of her green skin, something that raised eyebrows online because of the need to add a disclaimer. However, the website is warranted for pointing out because the discrimination label further highlights the bullying and humiliation, but also the one experienced by other characters. A green-skinned woman is mocked, bullied, and humiliated because of her skin color. A disabled woman in a wheelchair is treated in a condescending manner by able-bodied people. Talking animals are persecuted in a fantastical society. I'm sorry, have we come this far that we need to actually go ahead and put trigger warnings on something like Wicked? It's very clear what Wicked is about. Anybody can actually sit down and work that out. And if it is above a child's head, they would just enjoy the film for what it is, and they will know that it's not a nice way to treat people. Honestly, the UK has become so sensitive. Throughout the film, Nessa Rose, Marissa Bode, experiences discrimination for being in a wheelchair, and Dr. Dillamond, voiced by Peter Dinklage, that's the one dwarf to rule them all, by the way, is persecuted for being a talking animal. Wicked might resonate in the current international political climate, but the themes it explores date back to Maguire's 1995 novel. The book tackles themes of discrimination, racism, and oppression under the magical and fantastical elements of the Oz society. There is more to that article, but it just talks about what's happened already. Please go and check it out for yourself. Trigger warnings have become the cause of contention in the UK for several years now. They seem to like to put trigger warnings on anything and everything. So really, at the end of the day, put in a discrimination warning about to someone that is green-skinned and discrimination, that's not surprising at all. When you watch Wicked, it's very obvious as to what this is actually about. Do you really need to put a trigger warning on something like that? In my opinion, no. There'll be people who will be able to resonate with Nessa. There'll be people who will be able to resonate with Elphaba. I'm not sure if the animals would be able to resonate at all with Dr. Dillamond, except maybe a parrot. But since the coup, and when people were locked up in their homes and actually had nothing to do, things like this became very apparent. They took something like Fawlty Towers off of the air. I believe it was the episode with the Major, and it was all because of the Major saying something that was potentially racist. John Cleese said, no, put it back on, because it was perfectly correct for the Major to have said something like that. So shortly after that, what they did with things that predated a certain time period was they put trigger warnings at the beginning. Trigger warnings started popping up everywhere at the theatre, and even actors were being outspoken about it. Has the world actually now become way too sensitive? Should trigger warnings cause this great cause for contention? Is it an erasure of our history, or is it because millennials are being too sensitive? I'm a millennial, but this doesn't bother me. Or is it Gen Z? Or is it just everyone? Let me know what you think. Chat about it, don't shout about it. Like the video if you would like to like the video. Thanks very much for watching. I will see you tomorrow at 4 p.m. with more crazy news. Bye-bye.